Shalom. I want to make another sacrifice. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakodash. Double blessing and honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Back with another lesson through the spirit. Just wanted to come at y'all with something real quick, man. Wasn't able to make a lesson yesterday. Had a lot going on, physically and mentally, but I'm back. So I want to go ahead and do a copyright disclaimer. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, 1976. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Now that we've declared that, I want to play this video for y'all. Now, if y'all are unaware, this is like the second big major, like jewelry robbery that's done happened like that in I said in St. Louis. Jewelry robbery in California, man. Like this month. It was a $1 million heist. And I'm bringing this because this is the second time I've seen a video like this or similar to it. And it's not a coincidence, man. This video, I'm gonna play this as well. So I just looked this up. This one in the top right corner of this video on the screen is the one I seen.
Gunshots at this Heller jewelry store in San Ramon earlier this week. Earlier this month, this smash and grab robbery at Kim Hung Jewelry in San Jose. Also this jewelry store in Milpitas.
I didn't see
Three
this
separate
one.
cases, all with identical looks of large groups of people ransacking jewelry stores.
Since March, we've had 30 violent robberies.
Three separate.
So the top right one was the one I seen. I think when they pushed that old man on the ground, he had some type of medical emergency. I haven't seen the one in the top left, but when I seen this one on the bottom that day, it reminded me of the one in the top right because it was similar, like the guy said in the video.
Cases, all with identical looks of large groups of people ransacking jewelry stores.
Since March, we've had 30 violent robberies in California, targeting jewelry stores. This is something I haven't seen in my 30 plus years of investigating jewelry crime with the NYPD.
Scott Guginski is VP of the Jewelers Security Alliance, which works to keep employees and customers safe at jewelry stores across the country. He says that as gold approaches $4,000 an ounce, these stores are being targeted. Guginski says that 16 of the 30 recent cases in California involve smash and grabs like we saw in San Jose.
And 14 others were mob-style, 10, 20, 30 people charging the jewelry store with sledgehammers and firearms.
Rodney Alamo Brown heads Soulful Softball Sunday and works with youth in Richmond. He says that until we do a better job educating and preparing our young people, these crimes will continue to happen.
Schools don't teach these kids what they should know. But the thing that's really the clincher is when they see all these wonderful things being advertised on social media and then the have-nots become the not-haves.
7 people were arrested in connection to this San Ramon heist, all between the ages of 17 and 31. Entry-level jobs are on the decline according to recent numbers, and Brown says these young people are looking for a way to better their lives.
So I wonder why the entry-level jobs are at a decline rate. You have a few contributing factors to that. A lot of jobs, a lot of the positions at jobs are becoming fewer and fewer for, number one, a lot of people's jobs are being taken over by AI, right? And computers/robots. That's one factor. Then, on the other hand, you have DJ firing thousands of people. On top of that, you have, over the past 5 years, you've had hundreds of thousands of many businesses closing hundreds of thousands of locations, right? Like I've said, technology, and we've been saying this though, like technology was going to be taking our jobs. So, for instance, with banks, a lot of banks have been closing, like Bank of America. They've been closing their in-person banks because what's the point of having an in-person bank? If you need an ATM, you can have an ATM, but a lot of people don't even go into banks anymore and cash checks. They can do it on their phone, or they just have direct deposit. You can go on your bank account on your phone or online and check the status of your bank. So there's no point of having in-person branches. A lot of banks are doing that now. A lot of stores have been closing. You know what I'm saying? Walmart's, Macy's, Dollar Trees, Family Dollar, stuff like that. I'm just naming some off the top of my head. They've been closing. CVS's, you know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. A lot of these stores have been closing just because there's no need for them. There's no market. A lot of people a lot of malls are even dying, right? We've been seeing that a lot. A lot of people don't even shop in person anymore. And that became more prevalent because of the C video as well. A lot of people was ordering stuff offline. So you got to take that type of stuff into consideration as to why there's less and less people applying for entry-level jobs. Then on top of that, times is tough out here, man. As people are applying, they've even come out and said that there are less open job spots than was told to people, or then it was less job spots that people was perceiving or that they was forecasting than it actually was. Right? They were saying there was this amount of job spots open when it was actually far less than what they was telling people.
These young people presumably assume that, hey, I got to do what I got to do. There's no other opposite end.
Yeah, we're in the hardest time of living right now. You know, the price of things, the price of needs and goods continues to rise day by day. We're in trade wars, all these other things, you know. Ports are becoming scarce with shipments. Through the tariffs, the price of things that keep going up and up, yet how much people are being paid. If we put it on a graph or a chart, it's not increasing at the same rate. So it costs to live.
The tracks for me,
It's becoming harder and harder.
this is it, either our barbecue or our mildew. And so when an opportunity presents itself, they take that opportunity to better their condition.
Guginski, though, disagrees with part of that.
These aren't people that just graduated from high school. These are career criminals with extensive, lengthy arrest history. So some of the people that are being arrested have long rap sheets. even though they recruit some juveniles.
So like I said, man, stuff like this is gonna become more and more. It's gonna become more and more common as the days go on. Speaks on stuff like this, right? This is concerning famine, but we're gonna be seeing stuff like this happen in many other aspects, right? Second Ezra 15:16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand their own hand. This is more so concerning, you know what I'm saying, which the word sedition goes into rebellion, revolting, and whatnot. That's more so concerning, against political figures and stuff like that. But even then, this is rebellion against local government, right? Local authorities. You don't care about the consequences that may come from your actions. You going in and committing $1 million heist. Now, of course, people have been known to do stuff like this, big robberies like this, throughout history. But at this rate, like that dude said, he had never seen nothing like that in his 30 years of working in jewelry theft. A man shall desire to go in the city and shall not be able to. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Here's my point. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Right. People running in their houses and stuff like that, stealing people's stuff, breaking in, taking foods and goods because of the lack of it. It's a shortage of it, right? You could apply that to this. It's almost as a parallel, except without food. It's without food. It's just with, jewelry, things of a higher status. And you can have a famine of anything. Famine doesn't just have to be a food. It's lack of something. The book of Amos 3:6. It says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord Yahweh hath not done it? Surely the Lord Yahweh, the Most High Power, will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets, right? So all of these things that's been going on, 30 robberies since May in California. The Lord have planned these things to happen and to come to pass. It didn't just happen by coincidence. It didn't just happen just because the Lord put the spirit on those people to go out and commit those crimes. It didn't happen for no reason. You couldn't have thought that. Book of Matthew 24:12. And we can get 11 because this is relevant for what just happened the other day. And many false prophets shall arise and shall deceive many. Remember, they said it was supposed to have been a rapture the other day. But guess what? We're still here. And the earth is continuing on as it will. That's how you know a lot of people. This book was made for few to understand. As it reads, many are called, but few are chosen. This book was made for few to understand. Because how in the world could you think that somebody will be able to predict when the Heavenly Father will send down his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, back upon the earth? How could you predict that when it clearly says in the scriptures right here Matthew 24 and 36. We can get verse 34. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. It's still things that have to be fulfilled in order for Yahushua to come to return. There's still prophecies that have to come to pass that we haven't came upon yet. The implementation of the MOTB, right? Shit hitting the fan, all hell breaking loose. How could you even think or believe in this thing that's called a rapture, which I wasn't aware of what the official meaning of it was till the other day. Like I knew it, but I couldn't remember it. These people think that these people think that so-called JC is gonna come and save the Christians before it's great tribulation on the earth. Like you just get to go to heaven that easy. You just get a pass. How much sense does that make? But of that day, and this is Yahushua speaking himself, but of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noe were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. They never read that, man. But anyways, even if they did read it, the Lord still wouldn't want them to get it. Here's my point, Matthew 24 and 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. We're seeing rioting, we're seeing looting in the streets. You know, full circle moments, man. The Lord is sending forth plagues upon the earth. These people they have no care or concern at all. The book of Psalm chapter 55 and verse 9, it says, destroy, O Lord, and divide their tongues, for I have seen prayer for the destruction of the treacherous. Destroy, O Lord, and divide their tongues, for I have seen violence and strife in the city. Day and night they go about it. Upon the walls thereof, mischief also and sorrow are in the midst of it. Wickedness is in the midst thereof. Wickedness is in the midst thereof. Deceit and guile depart not from her streets. For it was not an enemy that reproached me, then I could have borne it. Neither was it he that hated me that did magnify himself against me, then I would have hid myself from him. But it was thou, a man mine equal, my God and my acquaintance. Let's get this in NLT. Confuse them, Lord, and frustrate their plans, for I see violence and conflict in the city. Right? That nigga tried to deploy the National Guard in LA. Its walls are patrolled day and night against invaders, but the real danger is wickedness within the city. Everything is falling apart. Threats and cheating are rampant in the streets. You see how they try to point at other people and call them these certain names and stuff like that, when really the people that's internal is worse than the ones outside. It is not an enemy who taunts me. I could bear that. It is not my foes who so arrogantly insult me. I could have hidden from them. Instead, it is you, my equal, my companion, and close friend. It ain't even safe for real to go outside no more. The streets shall be desolate. The book of Isaiah 24:10. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone, and the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. Yeah, the glory that America once had is starting to leave from that. Starting to leave this country, man. Right, starting to leave it. That being said, I'm going to close it off there. Lord willing, the lesson was edifying to those out there listening and watching. Kohala Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Kakurash. Double blessing and honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. And until next time, I say Shalom Israel, Shalom. And as always, we're one day closer to the kingdom, man. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. Shalom.